a 23-year-old autistic man with Asperger's syndrome. In the basement of his house, sitting in front of his monitors. He works as a night porter in a hotel, where he secretly watches the guests with hidden cameras. In this way he learns to communicate with people by analyzing their intonations and repeating their phrases. Another camera is designed to watch his mother. She has just cooked dinner and calls her son to eat with her, but leaves his portion on the basement steps, and they each have dinner alone. Bart picks up his shift at the hotel. It's not season yet, there are hardly any guests, and the guy is bored, but late at night Karen, an attractive blonde, checks in, and Bart offers her room 124 with access to the pool instead of the one he booked. "It's better," says the porter. And there are hidden cameras, but of course the guy doesn't mention it. On his tablet Bart watches Karen in the room making out with a man whose face is not visible. But his fascinating occupation is interrupted by the shiftman Jack, who comes early to work. He thinks that Bart is watching a porn shot in one of their rooms, but he doesn't care. He lets the guy go home. At home, Bart continues to watch the new guest's sobriety on a hidden camera. Karen tells the man that his mistress is not coming because she sent her messages from the phone he left at home. They have a scuffle and a gun falls out of the woman's purse. Bart calls the hotel in a panic, but doesn't know what to say so as not to give himself away, so he quickly returns to the hotel, parks near the side entrance and runs to the room he has been watching. Bart's car is seen by his replacement Jack as he goes out for a smoke break. A gunshot is heard. Jack walks into room 124 and, sitting by Karen's dead body, Bart informs him that the woman is dead. While Jack goes to call the police, our peeping Tom deletes the memory cards from all the hidden cameras, dropping one of them on the floor. In the morning, the hotel manager explains to Detective Espada that their company policy is to employ everyone, and that Bart has worked for them for 3 years with no complaints. While talking to the detective, Bart tells him his side of the story. He left work 15 minutes earlier than usual. On his way home he bought an ice cream at a gas station, but at home he found that he forgot his wallet near the vending machines, so he went back to the hotel to get it, and the blood on his shirt is from touching it when he found the dead guest. The detective says he knows about Bart's peculiarities, and he quotes the medical manual in response. Asperger's syndrome is a disorder characterized by impairments in the area of social communication. Such people are prone to long monologues and are unable to understand or adequately appreciate other people's feelings or experiences. The detective asks the guy a logical question: how could he buy ice cream at a gas station if his wallet was near the vending machine at the hotel? At the police station, Espada talks to Nick Peretti, the husband of the murdered woman. He needs to identify the corpse. The widower tells the detective that his wife had a revolver for self-defense, and that he doesn't know what she was doing in the hotel room at night. The mother who came to get Bart does not want her son to deal with the police without a lawyer, because he is a very fragile boy. The detective has no grounds to detain him yet, and the boy is released. At home, he doesn't want to discuss what happened with his mother and retreats to his basement, where he studies the contents of his memory cards. In one of the videos, he notices a tattoo of a bird on the arm of the man who beats Karen. Bart is transferred to work at the same hotel, but a smaller one. The guy performs the same duties as in his previous job. He is on duty on the night shift, and on one of those nights a beautiful woman, Andrea Rivera, moves into the hotel and takes a room for a week. At home Bart rehearses a conversation they might have had using the recording from the camera embedded in his tie. In the morning, the guy notices that Detective Espada is following him and hides in a supermarket, where he runs into Andrea, who has gone shopping in her room. They strike up a conversation, during which Bart recites The Girl by heart from the rest of the vegetable creamer, and then is embarrassed by the fact that he talks a lot. Andrea praises him for his success in communicating. After all, her brother with similar problems hasn't been able to socialize. Bart confesses that he rehearses and studies people. The main character discovers that a memory card is missing from the room where the murder took place. The detective shows this find to the husband of the murdered woman, but he does not recognize the man in the video. The widower thinks that Bart should be arrested, because he could have committed the murders, but the detective cannot charge him with anything but surveillance. Bart watches on the cameras in the parking lot outside the hotel as Andrea gets out of her fancy car and says a nice goodbye to her date. After telling the girl that the air conditioning was being repaired in her room today and may have moved something. The guy watches as Andrea walks around the room in her bathrobe and drinks. She can't sleep and goes for a topless swim in the pool. She is startled by Bart, who brings her a towel. There are no lifeguards in the hotel, and there is water, he says. Andrea offers him a seat on a nearby lounger. The porter asks her about the man she kissed, but instead of answering, Andrea wants to know if Bart has a girlfriend. The problem is that I'm seen as weird or rude or just plain dumb. A lot of people think that, but you're not, are you? Andrea asserts. I wish I knew what was going on in your head. And that man is married, replies the girl, and things are complicated. I'll be your savior, Bart says and kisses her. Is scared of what he's done and panics, but Andrea calms him down. Is it from being alone? She says. Do you like the script of the movie? I'm sure you're very interested in it, and to find out about cool movies, subscribe to our channel. Give us a like and turn on the bell. It'll take you a minute, and you'll help us a lot with promotion. Back to the movie. In the afternoon, Bart goes shopping. From magazine clippings, he chooses his new clothes, perfume, and car. At the hairdresser, he asks not to touch his skin, only his hair. In his new look, the autistic lover comes to get Andrea, but through the room window he sees her embracing Karen's killer. The man has the same tattoo. Upset, he returns home, and there the cop sees his computer, but the hard drive is empty, and Detective Espada does not believe that Bart does not have a copy. He suspects that the guy knows more than he is saying. When the criminalists leave, Bart pulls copies of his notes from his stash and looks at Andrea cuddling with Nick Peretti, the husband of Karen who was murdered. Bart's mother calls the hotel manager. The porter doesn't show up for work and management worries if he's sick. The mother wants to comfort her son, who lies silent in his bed and unresponsive, but after a while he does come out of his basement and has dinner with his mother at the same table. Nick persuades Andrea to do something for him, calling it a rescue. The girl agrees and arrives at Bart's house, posing as Mrs. Bromley, his friend. The guy communicates with her through the basement grate. He says his heart is broken. Andrea cries and apologizes, calling Bart special. She leaves. Detective Espada watches this scene. Bart sees on his monitor Nick beating up Andrea for not keeping his promise and goes to her rescue. His appearance scares the man away. Bart shows the girl the tape of Karen's murder and assures her that no one has seen the video but them. But to save her, he will go to the police with her. The guy asks her to heal his heart, and they fall asleep together, cuddling. In the morning, Bart wakes up alone. The hard drive is also gone, but Andrea left a gun on the bed. She gives the dirt to Nick, Karen's killer, tricking Bart. Bart's mother hears a gunshot in her son's basement, but can't get in. The police arrive and go in, but Bart isn't there. But there is a note for Detective Espada and flash drives with a recording of the murder. Cops with flashing lights follow Nick and Andrea. Bart walks through the mall, rehearsing his greeting. And this video is almost at the end. Subscribe to our channel so you don't miss interesting movies and watch our other videos. Have a great day.